Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm down at the allotment again. I'm round the back bit. I'm getting some of this soft dirt out because I need this to fill up a couple of my pots and beds and that. So I must probably be making a couple of trips around here. As you can see, this is good stuff. Everybody's been taking it. It goes back a bit and you can see how much growth is gone on top of it and how much growth is around. They don't do much work to keep this allotment tidy and weed free, so the weeds are about, some places they're about 3 foot 4 foot high. So that's why a lot of people's, I think some of them are giving up on their allotments and that, but I'm just keep going. So I'm going to need a barrel of this and I'm going to mix it with some koi, which I've just got up the top, what I've always got on hand, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm going to be back with you in a minute when I've finished digging this. Everybody, so I've got my compost round, and in here I've just mixed that old dustbin full of koi because that's what I'm going to be using most of today. I've still got some more packets. If you go to the pound shop, like I'm saying, they were at them for £1, so when I see them I usually buy about a few dozen of them, so that I've always got it handy, because this is what you need for most of your tropical plants, and you can use it for other plants as well. So that's what I've mixed up, and I brought my compost round and I've put a bit of plastic ring in here, and I've put 2 support poles and that in there extra as well. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be putting in there. I'm going to be putting my 2 Cho-cho plants in here. Why I'm putting them in this ring is so that they've got their own structure and their own place to go. So this is the soil what I brought round from the back, as you can see. So I don't know what they're putting in it, if it's grit or sand or what, but it's a nice soft soil. So I'm going to be putting this. Don't know if I'm going to need to get another barrow full, I hope not. Anyway, I've got to go around there because I've got a few things to do today. The compost going in that ring, it's going to take quite a lot to fill it up. But while I was at home, this idea came to me. I got this ring, I was going to put it in the polytunnel, but then I said to myself, it might be better for me to use it with the Cho-chos or coyotes, you call them. I'm back around again, got to take around another load. I didn't have enough. But I've got a bucket to fill up. Well, I've got some potatoes what my daughter gave me. They're always giving me things, but they don't want to come and plant them themselves. So I've got a bucket to fill up as well. You can see it's nice dirt, and I've got to get a barrel full as well, because I have to dig under. This is what's doing my backing. Right everybody, so these are my 2 coyote plants, so we call them Cho-cho. You can see one's taller than the other. This one was planted not too long ago, and I had it in my greenhouse. Then I put it in my polytunnel, so that's why this one's got more leaves on it than that one. So these 2 are going into this ring. I think what we forgot to bring around, I got to get some bloodfish and bone and some chicken manure pellets to put on there. So I'm going to dig the hole and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, everybody, so I've got my stuff what I need. So I've got some chicken manure pellets, so I'm going to put a good amount of this in, and then when I finish I'm going to still top dress it. I might as well just put this in because I've got enough. Going to put some bloodfish and bone in and the Epsom I've got one of my plants. I'm gonna just try and get it out the bucket in one go. You can see the root system at the bottom. Nice. Looking for my trowel and it's right in front. You can see that it's got a nice root system. So going to put that down like that so that it can grow. Then I'm going to attach it to the pole. Some of this green twisty ties. I usually have a cable tie, what they use for this. So I'm just going to put some there and put another bit at the top, and as it grows then I'll train it up there. Now you can see it sends out these things what usually attaches, but I'm just giving it a bit of support here. You can see it's a bit on the top. So that's one Cho-cho in. So I'm going to dig the other hole and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everyone, so I've got my coyotes done. Got 2 of them in there. That's all I need. I don't think I need any more than that. So I've top dressed it with some koi just to keep the moisture and everything in. And in this one bucket now I've got some of the compost. I've got these potatoes. I don't know if they're ready chitted, but I don't know if they're going to be any good, so I'm just going to plant them there. My daughter gave them to me, so I'm just going to put them in here. If they come, they come, but I'm not really too fussed, you know me already. Everybody might be saying you're putting too many potatoes in one bucket, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to put some of the usual stuff on there to get them going. Grab a handful of bloodfish and bone and chicken manure pellets, little bit of Epsom salt and bloodfish and bone. And this one I'm going to be leaving out, just leaving out down here. I'm just going to use this same stuff. I'm just going to fill this up because some people will say wait till it comes through and then top it up. But I ain't got time for all that palaver. Once it comes through, the potatoes are buried deep enough so they should be alright. Just one potato in that. Just needs watering. So I'm going to be putting these somewhere before I go. Right everyone, so I've got another bigger bucket. Going to put some of this at the bottom and then I'll show you what I'm going to be doing with this one. I might have to go round, back round for some more of this. I thought I had enough, but I don't think I have. I'm going to get some of my koi and mix it in with it as I go along. Right everyone, so what I've done, I've got it all mixed in with the koi. You can see it's all mixed in. I'm going to put a berry guard in here. I'm going to put it here and I'm going to put some another maybe another one in there as well. So just put it there so it's got the sign so it's slanted. Don't press down on your sweet potatoes, just put the dirt in them naturally. Right, that's a berry guard. And I've got a jar around here what I brought from home. It's got some other these are small but they're Jamaican. One's a Jamaican and one's, got to find out which one's a Jamaican one now. Do you know the Jamaican one is the reddish one? That one ain't got no roots. That's a Jamaican one. And I think these are Itos. Let's put these back in the water. And I'm going to do another bucket with something else. So that one you can see is nicely rooted. I don't know what this white stuff is. I think it's because it was under the water. Right, so we've got 2 in there. And I'm going to get another bucket and put some of the ones to go outside. So I'm going to be using some of this compost what I've got here. So I've got another bucket here. I'm wondering if it's anything, I can always move it. So I'm going to put that on there. So I've got my potatoes in there, and I've got Beauregard and a Jamaican one. I've got another Beauregard, what I'm thinking about putting that in the ground, but I'm not too keen on the digging up of anything to see what's down there. On top of here, just put some Epsom salts. Don't need to worry about it too much because it's going to be watered in. And put some chicken manure pellets, which is what I should have put in the hole before, but it don't matter. This will go down. A good old blood fish and bone. I don't know, I'm going to water today. I'm going to have to try my best because I'll have to reorder another hose. I've got a hose what was left down there, which I should have reeled out when I was here and seen how long it is and see what parts are needed for it. So, but we never got around to it. So I'm going to put some compost in here and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've got my sweet potatoes and Beauregard and a Jamaican. In this one I'm going to put some Jamaican ones in here. The ones what's rooted already. These ones haven't been potted on, so I'm just putting them straight with the root. So I'll put some blood, the usual stuff in there. If you like what you're seeing, please remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Tell another friend to tell another friend that we're doing something good here. We're trying to do a bit of everything so that everybody can see what you can do with a bit of get-go, I think is the word. I'm not sure if that's the word what I'm looking for. Right, so that's a Bam Bam Ito, I think. If I know I have to remember what they are. Right, that's a Jamaican one. So I'm going to put that one there. These haven't got much root structure on them yet, so some of them I just picked the other day off of the thing. So these I've got to put back on my windowsill, because if I leave them down here, by the time I come back they would have been dried out. You can see how the roots just form very quickly once they're in the water. I don't know when these videos will be coming out, but by the time we catch up, everything, I've been giving away a lot of sweet potatoes and selling a few on just to help the channel out. So by the time you get this I won't have any more, but all those who's got sweet potatoes from me, I hope everything goes alright with them, and I hope you have a nice successful harvest. We're going to be updating as we go along. So I'm going to put 3 in here, so just the usual stuff. So this is going to have 3 different varieties of sweet potatoes in there. Just leaving these outside, see what happens. That's why I usually plant them at home anyway. This one hasn't got much of a root structure, but I'm still going to plant it nevertheless. I've still got a lot at home what's to go out. People phone or message me and say, "Oh, can you send me some sweet potato slips?" And then what happened? They don't turn up. I ain't got time for all that palaver. All I want is just to get them so that everybody can get a chance to do something different. Why I'm putting different ones in each one is just a hope if we could get a hardy one, what's hardy for over here, that will be a really good thing, because I know everyone's highly praises the Beauregards, but the T65 I've tried that twice and it's no good. Although people say it's for over here, can take our little bit of cold and that, but I don't rate it at all. So I've got one Beauregard left, and what I'm going to do, this Beauregard is going to be the lucky one because he's going to have an old bucket for himself, a big bucket as well. Could have put it in a 30-litre bucket, but I'm going to put him in there on his own. So the usual stuff in there. So only when you got an allotment you realise how much of this blood, fish and bone you go through. But lucky enough they got it at the shop cheap enough, so it's always readily available. So that's the one what's going in there. That compost from round the back, I can see it dries out very quickly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little top dressing. I'm not sure if I'm going to put any top dressing on here yet. I'm going to leave it for a while until when they get a bit established. But I'm going to leave that one for now until see what happens. Then if I need to put a top dressing on it to keep it moist, then I'll do that. So this is another Beauregard. You can see this, the root system's coming very nice in there. And then you plant it slantwards. That is very dry on this. So I'm wondering if I need to put a top dressing on it to keep the moisture in, because I'm only down there every other day. You can see I've got some cucumbers, or one of the two, I'm not even sure what they are now. Yeah, these are outdoor cucumbers. So I'm going to be putting those somewhere when next time I come down. Do I put a top dressing on those? I think I better, just to keep the moisture in, because if you're not coming down all the time. So if you're liking the channel, like I said, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and tell your friend to tell another friend. Don't matter where you're from. If you want to subscribe to the channel and you're from another country or anything, don't worry about it. We can translate some languages. So don't think that we're not going to answer you if you're from somewhere else. You might be thinking, oh, I'm from this country, I'm from that country. They're not going to respond. Don't worry about it. We will sort it out for you. So this koi, like I said, I always have it here already mixed up. Or what I do, if it gets too wet, you just put another couple in or whatever. So that would help to keep the moisture in, because I notice in the greenhouse when you feel the top of this, it's still wet. Right, so I'm going to do that and I'm going to be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so what I did, I've just top dressed all of them just to keep the moisture in. As you can see, it's starting to dry out already. Can start to see some bees around now, so that's telling me that my things I need to get into the ground now. Right, so if you like this video, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave any comments, leave them in the comment section. We will get back to you on them, and we would answer as many as we can. If you want to ask any questions, feel free to ask any questions. I'm just a learner, so I'm not going to know everything like some other people, but there's other people what's watching the channel what will know how to answer your questions, what you put forward. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. You take care, and happy gardening to all of you.